Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Build in Public with Natively. And we are in our third episode. We're super happy to have Maddie. She's based in Santiago, USA, and she's here to build with us her app. So I would like to start, Maddie, if you can tell us about yourself, but also you can pitch your app idea that what you want to build with us.
Awesome. So, hi everyone. My name is Maddie. I am not a coder, but I am someone who's become really, really interested in using these AI coding tools to build apps and build websites and do everything that these tools can do. I've discovered Natively, and I'm really, really impressed with what Natively can do. I've only been building in general for a few months. But Natively is one of the best ones that I've come across so far. I'm seriously really impressed with kind of every bit of it. So I'm really excited today to be building an app with Natively. Honestly, this is kind of my idea is kind of one that people start off with as their first idea for an app, but I've never built one before. So I'm thinking today that we're going to be building a to-do list app, but kind of a more elevated one. It's something that it has been done before, definitely, but it's never been done in my way. So I'm excited for that.
Do that, Ben.
Awesome. Let's do it. All right.
And are you using any to-do list app for now or not really?
No, I'm not. I'm not using a to-do list app, but I want to be. So
Your own one.
maybe this will be the one. All right. So let's go here. Good. Okay. So right now I am going to start working on my prompt. So let's kind of use this starter. I want to build a mobile app that natively provides you with. And actually, I like down here that it has these ideas. That's so cool. And then you can just do this, and it just gives you more ideas. That's amazing. Okay. I want to build a mobile app that is a to-do list app. We are going to use what kind of color scheme should we do? Let's do something, let's do orange. I like orange. An orange color scheme. And let's see. Minimalist design. Minimalist modern design will do. Minimalist modern design. And let's see. I want it to I want it to list out my tasks. I actually think I want to incorporate maybe some drag and drop features into this. Drag and drop features. Okay. I want to build a mobile app that is a to-do list app. We're going to use an orange color scheme, minimalist modern design. I want it to list out my tasks, obviously. I want to incorporate drag and drop features. And I think that's good for like my first prompt. And we're gonna see what it comes up with from this. All right, gonna click enter, and let's see. This is my favorite part. Is when I click enter, and then I get to see how it builds everything, and it's so exciting because I get to just go, okay, all right, here's how it's walking me through everything, and then I get to actually see the preview. It's really exciting.
And like Maddie, so like what was the point in which you decided to, join vibe coding like path or journey or kind of like what, made you to come to vibe coding in general?
Yeah, actually, my dad. So he had been kind of involved in it for some more. It wasn't quite for work, but he was using some elements for work, and he was really into it. And then he kind of mentioned it to me one day, and I was like, "You can do that now?" Like I had no idea that the technology had progressed so far because kind of when I'd looked into that before, it was kind of far off. It was a couple of years ago, so I was like, "All right, well, I guess I'll try it out, see if it actually works." Tried it out, built a couple sites, and I was blown away that this was possible now and was so easy. It's not like there's a huge barrier to entry or like a really high barrier to entry anymore. Like this is something really anyone can do as long as you can type up these prompts or even steal them from someone else. You can build apps and you can build websites nowadays, and it's so cool.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, kind of like building like an app or like a website became so easy. Wow, it's ready.
Yeah,
Okay, it's almost
yeah. Oh my
was
goodness.
quick.
All right. Looks
But
pretty good.
now, like with AI, like you can do a lot, but it's still kind of, like once your app is ready, like you have to spend some time to make it
Yeah, you
nicer,
have to
like
spend some
as you
time
were
tweaking.
describing, and yeah, kind of like just to put some more time to make it really kind of launchable.
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah. So it's just really cool. I love seeing like the first preview, and then I love seeing like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do next. This is what I want to tweak next. This is what I want to fix, and this is how I envision it to be eventually in my head. So that's kind of what I think is like the coolest part. All
It's
right.
done.
It's done. So we've got our first little preview up. Let me go look through this and kind of see its thought process. I love seeing the thought process. So okay, I can help you plan the initial version of your to-do list app with a minimalist modern design and an orange color scheme. And it says features for the first version: home screen, functionality to add new tasks and mark tasks as complete, and then it added in the drag and drop functionality to reorder tasks, which is pretty cool. So yeah, it chose some orange color schemes, and then some other colors that complement that, which I think is really cool. That's one of my least favorite parts is when I have to be the one to choose the colors myself. I can barely get myself dressed in the morning. I don't know what colors match. This is some cool fonts, and then it says "Let's get building," and then it does a bunch of back end stuff. Here we can see that updates the color scheme, updates the main app file, updates the layout, folder structure, and then it's created the app. So it says, perfect, I've created a beautiful minimalist to-do list app with the following features. So the orange color scheme that I wanted, the drag and drop functionality, the modern minimalist design, core to-do features, and a mobile first experience, which is really cool. I've found with a lot of other ones, you it builds, yes, a mobile app, but then you kind of have to say like, all right, we'll optimize this for mobile and make it look correct for mobile and make it work well on mobile, but kind of I haven't found that with this. Like I found like it just builds for mobile from the beginning, which is really exciting to me. Yeah, because then you don't have to go in and kind of tweak things around specifically for that. All right. So let's look into this how to use. So you can add tasks. We'll see this here. Let's see. How about build another app? That'll be my first task. We'll click here. There we go. It's added it in. Complete task. We can do this. Reorder tasks by doing like this. Oh, because I already completed that. There we go. Okay, so it looks like that part isn't quite working yet. So that'll be our first fix. Perfect. Totally normal. Delete tasks. We'll delete this one. I don't want to review any project proposals. Who needs that? And then view progress, and you can do the stats bar. And I'm not seeing the stats bar yet, so that'll be another thing that we can work on. Unless this is the stats bar. Yeah, 4 total, 3 active, 1 done. Perfect. I'd love to include kind of like a progress bar in that. So maybe that'll be the next thing we do as well. Perfect.
Well, also kind of maybe the date, because now like you don't like really know like which date it is. So that
Exactly.
could be
That'd be
some.
perfect. Yeah. So let's implement those. Let's start with that. Actually, I like the date idea so that we know like, okay, when do I have to get this done? When is it due? What day is it even that I'm starting it? Okay. Let's add functionality to know when the task has to be started and when it is due by. Dates, please.
Also, like
All
what I
right.
really like, it's like you have gone through the like description and then like things like have been done, because it's like really you kind of see what is like like what natively has done for you, and then you kind of know chain of thoughts,
Yeah.
and then you can kind of like go with the flow, and then that's actually something that so many people skip it, and I think it's really important to go through the list and kind of see what
Yeah.
has been done and how to use it, and then you kind of know how to play and then improve the app. Otherwise it's more of like you're just blindly chat with the app, and then you don't know what went wrong if you haven't read the
Exactly.
process.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's what I think is so cool about that feature is that you go through kind of the thought process of the app building, and then it really helps you with ideas, and it helps you just understand fully like, what is happening behind the scenes. And it's really good. Um, okay. It says, okay, I can help you with that. Here's the plan to start. It adds start and due dates to your to-do list app. All right, perfect. And it gives me the whole plan. And this is really cool. This is not something that I found in other ones. And it says, now I need to update the styles to include the new color variants for warnings and errors. And it's working here. Yeah, really cool.
And Maddie, like, what do you do like on daily basis? Like, what's your job? Like, what's your background? Like, what did you study? And kind of yeah,
Yeah,
like you.
so I work in real estate investing. Work real estate investing, and I also have another company that is early stage utility scale battery storage development. So that one's kind of a mouthful. We just started a few weeks ago on that, but it's I think it's really interesting. So that's kind of my day to day, and not really in tech. So this is kind of just my hobby, but I'm getting more and more into it.
That's nice. Okay, it's done
Yeah,
now.
yeah. There
This
we
is
go.
quite.
Perfect. I think it's still going through. Yeah, it's on reading that one. Perfect. Yeah.
There is kind of
Let me
like
see.
in the bottom you see the dates. It's Danny actually. So if you see like next to the at part, you see the like the calendar, and the small box um,
Oh, you're
in
right.
the bottom.
Here we go. Okay, perfect. We'll do start set date. Okay, and it looks like this one is not quite working yet. That's fine. We
Yeah.
can fix those too. I'll keep this up. Okay.
But also kind of like for me, I was like interested more, like which day is today because we have the tasks and then all the like kind of do list. But I would like to know, for example, on which day we are now. Is it like Tuesday, Wednesday? Because you kind of see the
Smart.
list, but you really
Smart.
it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's also add in functionality to know what day it is today and what tasks we have to complete today. Perfect. All right, and let's see what it comes up with.
And like, what's your plan with this app? Like, you really like, want to launch it, or kind of how far do you want to get this app to?
Yeah, I'd love to launch it. Yeah, I think I need to add in some really cool features, and I think I really need to make it unique and kind of Maddie style. There are a lot of to-do list apps out there, but I think that I can find some ways to make it kind of unique.
Nice. I mean, I like your energy, so it should be cool.
Thank you. All right. So yeah, now I'll create a component to display today's task specifically. Perfect. So that's what it's working on right now. Awesome. Perfect. And then we'll circle back to this.
Also, like you mentioned that like you're gonna start your own podcast. So like, what will that be about? Your YouTube channel?
Yeah. So I am really excited about that. I am starting in a few days. Actually, maybe I'll film the first episode later today. But I'm starting a YouTube channel about kind of my whole vibe coding journey and my exploration into this whole world. So I'm going to be doing a lot of build in public stuff. I'm going to be doing a lot of just sit there with me for a couple hours while I build something, and then we'll do follow ups on each app. Um, and kind of just trying new things and seeing how much I can learn and how much I can build. So I think it's going to
Wow.
be a ton of fun.
Well, like this one is a really good start for you.
Yeah, right? No, I'm excited about this one. Yeah, I think this is really cool, and I'm very excited to have gotten to do this. I think it fits really well into like what I'm trying to do with my whole channel and everything. So I think it's going to be great. Yeah. So thank you for the opportunity.
Right, that's amazing. And I hope that like our audience will follow you and then kind of follow your journey. To
Thank you. Yeah, I love that. And I'm definitely going to be doing a lot with Natively on the channel, and probably also with this specific app that I'm building. I think it's going to be a great journey if anyone wants to follow along.
It's amazing. Wow, it's already kind of somehow almost ready. We're
That's
still working on.
fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So new features: today's date display, today's task section, enhanced task statistics, improved date utilities, enhanced task display, and toggle view. So that's pretty awesome. We got a
And
lot done in just one prompt.
also it
Yeah,
looks quite nice. I
it
like that.
does. That's one of my favorite things about Natively is that it does produce really good design right up front. There are a lot of ones where it gives you kind of the basic, like, vibe coded design that you see everywhere. But with Natively, it gives you something that's a little different, um, really easy to build off of. So it's not going to be I'm not expecting anything to be perfect the first try. There's always stuff that you need to tweak, but it gives you a really, really good base. So that's pretty amazing. Yeah. Okay, so let's take a look. So we have today's date, Thursday, September 4th, 2025, and that is correct. It got that right. Our taskbar still, and then today's tasks. No tasks scheduled for today. Enjoy your free time. Okay, then I guess I'll leave. No tasks for today. Bye. Okay, no. I only have fun tasks for today, so that's good. All right, and then we have all tasks, and it has a little show all and or show today. Perfect. And then review project proposal, and it has the dates below here. Awesome. And then it has, it says the start and then when it's due, which is great. It even added in for me to finish reading the new book. Gives me a lot of time to do that, but so that's pretty cool. Yeah, let's see if there's anything else in here, in this little sidebar that I've missed. Yeah, progress tracking shows completion progress for today's tasks, visual indicators. Okay, yeah, today's tasks are highlighted with special orange badges. So let's add a new task and let's see that. Okay. Um, what task should I do for today? Let's see. I'm gonna eat lunch later, so I'm gonna add that in, and I'm gonna say
Some
it's start. And we're gonna need to fix these two, but I can definitely do that. Eat lunch. There we go. It's added in. Perfect. Maybe I'll delete that. Still works. Awesome. All right. So I think that I will get into fixing these start and due date buttons. The start and due date buttons when I add a task don't work. Please fix. And we'll try that out.
but
Processing user.
yeah. But also kind of just like for our audience is that this is not a sponsored like content, so like, we're not paying Maddie or anyone else kind of like who like take part in this competition. Like, our
Yeah,
only goal
no.
is just like like participants can like anyone can join, even you like watching this. You can just kind of contact us, and then if you want to take part in this competition, you can build your app. But kind of the main idea is that like really push for all of you guys to launch your app, because you can put build app, you can build a website, but if you don't launch it, if you don't ship it, then it's like no like not like nonsense, doesn't make sense. So
Exactly.
you really have to put it out, and that's kind of our success considered. Like and that's like something that like we are doing, and yeah, hope that that's message received.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I think that's so cool because it makes it so easy to launch too. Because I actually last year I built an app, meaning I hired a developer to build an app for me, and it was like over $10,000. This was just last year. Just last year, like right before these kind of things became possible
Real
for me
thing.
to do myself. And I'm kind of kicking myself. It never really took off. I wasn't super invested in it because I wasn't the one who built it. Uh, and um, it's just amazing how far the technology has progressed in such a short time that it's completely possible for me to handle building these things, launching them, shipping them all without having coding knowledge. And it's really, really cool to me how far things have come and how easy it is to really ship things nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, seriously. Okay, perfect. So
So
it's fixing.
let's see if it works. They start and the
Oh,
due.
yeah, perfect. Okay, maybe I need to
Well,
do this. Let's see. Eat lunch. We'll add that back in, and then okay. So still not working, but that's okay. Adding proper handling. Okay, perfect. Okay, let's try this again. All right, so still not working, but that's okay. Let's move on to another thing. Let's move on to the drag and drop functionality. The drag and drop function allows me to click but it does not allow me to drag. Perfect. We'll send that one out.
And
Let's see.
also, I don't know if you check out, like, we have the integrations with the Stripe, with OpenAI, but also if you go on more, you can see that you can actually deploy your app in the Android. And so if you have like developer account with like with Google or Apple, you can actually deploy it already. But of course, like, we encourage you guys just to do like some work, kind of build a good backend, take care of the security part of everything, and then deploy the app. So don't, deploy the app like the app is an MVP version,
Yeah.
because yeah, so that's just a like simple tip.
Yeah. That's really cool. So it allows you to go through and it kind of leads you through the process and has the package build ready.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you can kind of like, if you like click Maddie on like deploy app, you will kind of like have a box. Yeah, so here, for
Perfect.
example, if you have like Apple account, then you can actually deploy it, but you need to go through the process like in Apple part.
Yeah.
But you can just kind of put your Apple ID, the password, and then that's it. So you just launch it. And this is like super cool, yeah, and easy. So I mean, you don't need to pay 10K or like whatever thousands of like dollars to someone to build it and then launch it for you, and then no
Yeah.
users or customers.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. That's really cool. Well, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes to get it ready to just deploy to test flight and to App Store Connect. So it's really cool that it kind of takes care of this for you. And you really just have to enter in your stuff and then you can get it ready. But that's really helpful. And it's really helpful that you have Android as well too. I haven't seen one that has both yet. I've seen a couple that have had, you can deploy to iOS, but not any that have had you can deploy to Android. So that's really, really helpful. Um, yeah.
Let's
Okay,
see if
let's see this. Looks like it's ready, and let's test it out. Okay. So I think this. Yeah, let's reload the preview and let's see how that works. Okay. So it's still letting me click, but it's not letting me drag. That's okay. Let's do it again. Kind of a slightly different prompt. I am seeing the clicking happen, but I am still not able to drag task.
and also kind of like Maddie, like one tip is for you that if you download the Expo server app in your phone, you can scan
Yes,
this like preview, and then you can see it on your phone, and then that's kind of a bit, maybe like it works on the phone or like something else, but the idea is that
true.
you see the you see the flow, like nice UX UI, because like it's an
Perfect.
app, kind of like mobile app, so it might be kind of nicer to just check it on the phone. I mean, just like a tip for in general, but kind
You're
of
totally correct.
that's something that, yeah, like we have been
Yeah,
really love.
let's try it out. So I already have Expo Go downloaded. So let's open it up. Opening project, and I'll show you guys on my phone in just a second.
You really like color. I see the phone.
Yeah, I
Like,
do. All right. Okay, it's downloaded, and let's try it out. So here we have add a new task down up here at the top. You guys can see, and I'll add one. I'll add eat lunch again, and then we'll click start and do, and it's letting me actually pick the dates on my phone.
okay, so
You
it
can see
works. Okay,
it is
wow.
working. Yes. So I'll click add.
Like
All
drop and drop.
right. Yeah, the drag and drop is not allowing me. It's not actually. It's interestingly, I can't see the tasks on my phone, so we'll have to reset this and let me open an Expo Go again.
Because yeah, it's kind of might be like working now on it on that. So
Yeah,
those
you're
kind of
right.
like
You're right.
I think that like you might want to add other kind of like section. Whoa, it works.
It works.
No, no, no.
Yeah,
It just but also like you might add the profile, other kind of section, because now we're it's like one page. So there might
it's
be
one
like
page
several.
right now. Yeah,
Yeah, it's just like one page, and then
perfect.
yeah. Wow,
Let's
okay.
do it. Let's do it. But yeah, here we go. This is pretty cool. I can do the drag and drop functionality now. Some Okay, it's almost done with this. I think it's just finishing up, and then let's start typing up our prompt to add in kind of a back end and to add in user profiles and things like that. Let's do that now. Let's add in user profiles. And that's generally kind of enough. Add in user profiles and add in a nav bar at the bottom to switch between screens. Perfect. And let's send that off. We'll see.
This is cool, actually.
Yeah, right? I think it's looking really good. And it has not been that long at all, and we're already this far into it. So I think it's just so cool. It just always amazes me whenever I start a new project is like how far you can get so quickly. Uh, Kind of the more time consuming part is like the little things that you discover like at the end where you're like, oh, I'm done, and then you're like, wait. So those are the ones that take a little bit more time to fix, and that happens with everything. But it's really amazing how you can get like 90%, 95% to a completely workable app. And honestly, this is even a fully workable app. I mean, it's missing some features that we want to include, but like it works. And you can do that so quickly. It's seriously every time it just amazes me. I just think it's the coolest thing ever.
Also, it's kind of like crazy to think that we are still in the early stage of vibe coding and these tools, and like Natively has been on cloud for 6 months. And so, like, what if it's like after years, like just amazing the speed, the quality, and everything will be just like super fast. And I think, okay,
Seriously.
okay, like maybe like we will kind of reach an era where everyone will have their own apps and build it, because like you want
Yeah,
to like your own color, your own kind of like customized stuff, whatever the design. I think
exactly.
like where we are leading, even not if like paid users just kind of launch it for others, but just like do it yourself. It's an amazing advantage.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard people talking about kind of like we're entering the era of personal software where everyone does have their own thing and everyone can customize it and just it's perfectly customized to them. And yeah, that's just it's amazing to think of where we'll be. Like if you natively is only 6 months in, then where's natively going to be in a year in? And where's natively going to be 5 years in? Like it's so cool. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Perfect. So there we go. It's added in a little nav bar and it's added in profile. That doesn't quite look like me, but man, okay. Awesome. So yeah, let's go back over to the profile and it has edit profile, member sense, it has email, and then it has statistics down here. So it says how many total tasks, how many completed, completion rate. My completion rate's pretty low. Geez, I need to get working on that. And then it has in these things that we will add in, but it has kind of the homes for these settings, notifications, privacy settings, export data, help and support, and then a little sign out button, which is amazing. Amazing. Yeah, so this is pretty cool. Let's see if we can edit profile. Not yet, so that's something we'll have to build out. But yeah, one thing I really want to add in is the little progress bar. So I think I'm going to do that next. Add in a progress bar to the task completion bar.
I mean, for me, it's so hard to say that let's just stop building because it's so excitement, and then it's like
I
super.
know.
But I think kind of once we get the progress bar, then we can do an overview, and then we can kind of like wrap up things here, and then like you will take your time, build the back and make the kind of like change the things, and then we are excited to see the app deployed. Then like we as Natively will be your first paid user, or maybe
Amazing.
some discount, then we will use it for free. But actually, but yeah, kind of, and then like, hopefully that we will have you very soon to do a live demo of the app, the final version, and then we will give you a user feedback on how the app works.
Amazing. Yeah, that's gonna be super helpful. So I'm really excited for that. Yeah, I'm excited to get this all prettied up and make it Maddified. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm excited. So yeah, let's finish up this progress bar, and
And also,
then
like we can follow your journey in your own like YouTube channel if you will build it back in public there.
yeah,
Kind of stuff
perfect,
like something like that, like we can like put the link under our like video if people want to follow like your journey more. So that will be something.
amazing.
Yeah, and
I
hopefully
would
by then
appreciate
we'll have
that.
already. So you have some days to get your first video out.
Awesome. Yeah, sounds good. Okay,
Wow. Okay. It's changing.
perfect. It's added in a little progress bar here. Awesome. It's looking really good.
But
Nice.
but I think that like there should be some kind of percentage where you can put that how much you have completed. There's yeah
Yes.
kind of focus for that something to
Yeah, definitely. I think so. Perfect. And I think it's added in a little, yeah, it's added in a little thing for us to add subtasks, which I think is definitely really cool. So then we can add subtasks and then check those off, and that contributes to the total progress bar at the
where
top.
you
Perfect. Yeah, that's really cool. Amazing. Well, I think we've made some really great progress here today.
yes.
Very cool. Yeah. I'm excited to keep working on this and to get it finished up and to come back on and show you guys what I've done.
Perfect. So maybe kind of like Maddie, we can have like a super fast overview, kind of how far we are, like what we have now.
Yeah,
And
perfect. Yeah. All right. So here's kind of an overview of what we've accomplished so far. So we have kind of just the basic first screen of the app we had first. Then we have this little overview of how many tasks we have. We have what today's date is. We've organized tasks by date. We've added in the drag and drop functionality. We can add new tasks. We can switch to today or all tasks. We can add subtasks. We have a little progress bar on each task. And then we have profile and our statistics, user statistics. And then we have it kind of set up to add in all of our settings for the app too. Plus, it looks
oh,
nice.
look very cute, actually, very nice. Thank you so much,
Yeah,
Maddie. Yeah, super
thank
nice
you.
having you, and we will wait for the launch, and then like hopefully to have you back soon for a live demo.
Amazing.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much. It's been really great being here. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye
Yes.
bye.
Bye.